trades. We had a few trades this weekend. Oh, the Rockies. They traded Nolan Jones back to the Guardians, where he started his career, in exchange for infielder Tyler Freeman. So that is going to be your Thairo Estrada replacement at second base. At least
not mine.
It's the Rockies replacement. And it's just like the one win I feel like the Rockies have had in a decade is acquiring, like buying low on Nolan Jones. The Guardians clearly gave up on Nolan Jones too early. The Rockies have a star player. That's where things stood at this time a year ago. And 1 year later, they're giving it back. They're giving the win back into the team that they got the win from. It's amazing to me.
For Tyler Freeman.
Like Tyler Freeman might, I can see a world where like you get an empty 280 batting average from Tyler Freeman and he steals 20 bases and is not unusable for fantasy, but there's no upside here for the Rockies' perspective. At least Nolan Jones, you have that, 100 or so game stretch in 2023 to point to. It's dumb. It's the Rockies doing dumb things again.
Now,
they can't stop.
The other angle here is, should we still care about Nolan Jones now that he's outside of Coors Field? And I think we should. Cleveland played really well for left-handed power, and Nolan Jones hits the crap out of the ball when he hits it. So I don't.
You're using that phrase a lot today.
Well, when you're exceeding 110 miles per hour as often as he does, I think it applies. So will he play as consistently? I imagine it's going to be a platoon between him and Jean-Kinsey Noel, with, one. I guess in right field it would be a platoon between those two. Noel's not a good defender at all out there, so it would. I think it behooves the Guardians to give as much playing time to Jones as he deserves. So no, I'm not really lowering him now that he's outside of Colorado. Maybe just getting away from that. Is toxic too strong of a word? That situation in Colorado, maybe toxic's too strong of a word, but you know what I'm saying. Like they're not good at the whole
baseball.
Anything like it's just
exactly.
And the next part of this trade was, and selfishly, one of my first thoughts was, okay, the Rockies are clearing a spot for Zach Veen. He's on the 40-man roster. Yeah. He's had a good spring. Now, granted, 30% strikeout rate is high. I get that, but he also had a couple homers. He had 9 steals. He was getting on base. Like, he was doing some things, and he was one of their top prospects. And then on Sunday, he got sent back down to the minors for Nick Martini.
I mean, when
a 35-year-old outfielder to get a chance to play with the Rockies.
When you have a chance to clear a roster spot for Nick Martini, you've got to take it.
You have to.
I mean, you only get so many Nick Martinis in life.
He feels like the ultimate right place, right time guy, because his name just keeps coming up over the years.
And he got a chance to play in Cincinnati and now Colorado. Like, you can't ask for 2 better environments to hit in, right? Well, do you guys hold on to Zach Veen if you drafted him anywhere?
I try to. In I'm thinking deeper rotisserie leagues, 5 outfielders, 15 teams. Those are the only leagues where I would say he was for sure drafted. And I try to. At some point, if he doesn't come up soon enough, I'll have to pull the plug, or if I get a bunch of injuries right away and I just need a clear spot, it might be him. I imagine he'll be up soon. I think Nick Martini's clearly just a placeholder, and they're doing the service time manipulation thing, or they just want to be extra sure because the strikeout rate ran a little hot, especially towards the end of spring, that Veen really is ready. He doesn't have a ton of minor league experience because of all the injuries. So I could understand that, but like Martini's clearly just a placeholder.
I just like...
Give your fans a little
something. Well,
no,
for me, it's just playing the service time manipulation game with Zach Veen.
Right.
Like, this is not like Chris Bryant, you know?
I feel like
and the other thing with the strikeout rate is, well, Jordan Beck's on the roster. He struck out 34% of the time this spring.
That's true.
I think we are glossing over Jordan Beck, who is I don't think significantly less interesting than Zach Veen. Zach Veen probably a little toolsier, but Beck has put those tools into action at the minor league level a bit more consistently. He had 25 homers and 20 steals in 2023. It's a similar profile, more strikeouts than you'd want, but they've been manageable. Obviously, they weren't at the major league level. But Jordan Beck has a similar case to what we were hoping for with Zach Veen, like toolsy, bad approach, but maybe he puts it together playing at Coors Field. I'm open to the idea that Jordan Beck could matter for fantasy. I'd just rather it be both.
Yeah.
And Beck has done some interesting things this spring. He has 4 home runs and 6 steals. So.
Not as I feel like Beck still seems overmatched to me, like he clearly was when he was up last year. I think it was just the fact he was already up last year. That's why he got preferential treatment to Veen. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, Veen's, like I said, Veen's going to be up soon if he stays healthy. That's always been the thing with him, and kind of why I feel like, well, he's healthy now.
Yeah.
Give him a chance before he gets hurt again.
Can I give you my little bit of wishful thinking on this one?
What's up?
Maybe Hunter Goodman's not just a backup catcher. That's my wishful thinking there. Because Hunter Goodman has played like 170 games at AAA and has 40 plus home runs, I'm pretty sure. Like,
if he's a backup catcher and short side platoon in the outfield, that could maybe matter.
Yeah, like catches 2 games a week, starts 2 games a week in the outfield. All of a sudden, he's playing about as much as most number 2 catchers do, and most number 2 catchers don't have the kind of power upside that Hunter Goodman does. So he might be the 3rd highest Rocky drafted now in the final few days. Am I thinking of am I overlooking anyone?
There's like Tovar.
Ezekiel Tovar and Michael Toglia are top 100, top 200
Doyle.
picks.
Yeah, Doyle.
Oh, Brenton Doyle. That's the one. I always forget that one.
Yep.
Yeah, the top 70 guy.
We had another trade. The Braves traded Ian Anderson to the Angels in exchange for left-handed pitcher Jose Suarez. So Grant Holmes and AJ Smith-Shawver will be in the Braves rotation to start the season. Ron Washington said that Anderson will begin the season in the Angels bullpen. Do you guys have any interest in AJ Smith-Shawver in deeper leagues?
Sure. He looked good this spring. He won't. I imagine if things go right, if everybody stays healthy, if Spencer Strider remains on track, Smith-Shawver won't be in the rotation for long. I think this is really good news for Grant Holmes' job security, because the problem with Ian Anderson and why the Braves had to trade him, he didn't have options. Yep. No minor league options. So he would either had to be in the bullpen or the rotation. Holmes had more bullpen experience, so maybe Ian Anderson beats him out when Strider's back because of that. But now it's a non-issue. I think when Strider returns, as long as everything else is going fine in the Braves rotation, Smith-Shawver gets sent down. Holmes is secure. But yeah, Smith-Shawver looks like he's taken a step forward developmentally. And I doubt this will be his only stint in the majors, this time filling in for Strider.
And it's worth noting, because this is Smith-Shawver's 3rd major league season now, or his appearance in a 3rd major league season, he's only 22. He only just turned 22 in November. So he's been around for a long time. He made his debut as a 20-year-old. There's still some upside here with AJ Smith-Shawver.